great about that, other than trying to help people who are in a state of invasion. Welcome back to the Immigration Answer Show. My name is Jim Hacking. This is the Immigration Answer Show, episode number 710. Wow, we've had 710 episodes of the show. I'll be here for the next hour or so answering all of your immigration-related questions. How's everybody doing? Y'all hanging in there? Everybody ready for Thanksgiving? What are you guys going to do for Thanksgiving? Anybody going anywhere? Anybody doing anything fun? I'm looking forward to having all the boys home and hopefully taking a little bit of time off because I've been working really hard, as evidenced by the fact that we're doing this show at 7 o'clock at night on a Monday night. That just means I'm too busy during the day talking to people about trying to get their immigration paperwork squared away before the new administration comes into power in January. If you're looking to get a hold of us, I will put the contact information on the screen on YouTube. Let's see, where do we go? Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, this is the 710th episode, and today is November 18th, 2024. Tomorrow's show will be at 7:30 at night again tomorrow. Obviously, we're going to move that up. I'm going to do that at 5:30 tomorrow. So tomorrow will be 5:30 tomorrow. If you need to get a hold of us, we have a lot of free resources here and on YouTube and on TikTok and on Facebook. If you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel, go ahead and look for me, Jim Hacking, and I'll try to help you out. And we have thousands now of videos on the channel, and you can try to get the answers to your question. I don't know why I can't find the link that has all of our contact information. Basically, if you want to hire us, give us a call at 314-470-3300. And if you want to, or you can email us info@hackingimmigrationlaw.com. Our email address is info@hackingimmigrationlaw.com. I think I just said that. And then we have the Facebook group, which is called Immigrant Home. We have thousands of people in there. We have about 150,000 followers almost on TikTok. And we're in there trying to answer people's questions on TikTok, making fun videos. And then, of course, we have the YouTube channel. You can come on this show a couple times a week, ask me immigration questions for free. Wow, the waiting room is already full. I better go ahead and get started with the show. Eva is here first. Hello, Eva. Eva, are you there? Hello. All right. Eva's out of here. Let's go to Valen. Valen, are you there? Hello.
Hello. Can you hear me?
I can. How you doing?
Good. I'll try to make it short. So in December 2021, I got married to my U.S. citizen husband. I got my conditional green card in 2023, and we've been married for almost 3 years next month. After I got married, my husband started displaying troubling behavior, waking from nightmares in anger, slamming doors, and becoming verbally aggressive during arguments sometimes because of his mental health issues. He often talked about wanting to die. He was addicted to drugs and alcohol. And he abandoned me back in June after he had a mental breakdown. And he left me with his mother for 2 months. And she even said sorry to me because they didn't disclose his mental health issues. He went to rehab for a month, and I moved out of the house. Even though he came back and wants to work on things, I'm a little hesitant because I don't trust him anymore, and he's not even trying to keep our marriage alive. So I have 3 questions for you. Is this considered emotional abuse for USCIS? Would it be possible to get a divorce? Should I worry about Trump being president? And can I request a waiver for extreme hardship since I'm from Venezuela?
So when did you start seeing problems with him? Was it before you got married or after you got married with his mental health?
It was after. We got
After you
married.
got
Yeah.
Well, first, before I say anything, let me say I'm sorry that you're going through this. And
Thank you.
actually, it's surprising how many people we've heard from people who are married to people with mental health problems, and I know that's really tough. So I don't want to forget to mention that.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Did you have a green card interview, or was it approved without an interview?
Without interview.
Okay. So basically, USCIS has never spoken to him or to you.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. And when are the conditions did you file the 751 already?
No, I have to wait until June next year if we
June
stay
next-
married. Yeah.
Okay. Well, first off, you should know that once you get that original green card, you're in a much stronger, safer position than
Okay.
if the marriage falls apart before the green card is issued. The fact that you've received your green card really puts you on solid footing. So the one thing I want you to understand more than anything is you can stay here in the United States without him. You don't need him anymore. If the marriage is over, then the thing to do is to file for divorce. And I would not, unless you had very, very little evidence that the marriage was real, I would not go the extreme hardship route. I would not go the abuse route. I would go with the hey, this was a real marriage. It just didn't last because of his mental health problems. I would try to document his mental health problems. I would try to get records of his mental health problems. I think you said the mother apologized, if that was in writing or if you have some proof of that. I think if I were you, what I would be focusing on right now is getting as much documentation I can since the green card was issued that the marriage was real. You're going to have to prove up the whole marriage. And then if you have any threats or any texts or any recordings or any documents or treatment records of his mental health issues, that would be helpful to have. But you should know that you will get your 10-year green card and you will be able to get your citizenship after 5 years.
Okay.
So feel safe and know. But I think abuse and Venezuelan hardship, to me, those are a lot harder to win than just saying this was a real marriage and it didn't work out. Whether Trump can retroactively trade that, I don't think this is the kind of case that they're going to be focusing on. I don't think they're going to mess around too much with 751s. So really, it'll just be the delay that's caused by all their antics, not so much whether or not you get your green card and citizenship. I think you'll get all that stuff, and you should just focus on being safe mentally and physically and getting away from him and getting your divorce on file so that when the time comes, you can file for your 751. And if the divorce gets finished sooner, you don't actually have to wait the full 2 years. You can apply for the 751 earlier.
Got it. Well, I have text messages. I have his mental health history that I didn't see before I got married. I just discovered this. So I'll submit that for sure.
Great.
Appreciate that.
Thanks, and good luck.
Thank you so much.
Hang in there. All right. That was Van. Let's go to it's Yuma's favorite son.
Hey.
How you doing, brother?
How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing tomorrow?
Yeah, doing very well. So actually, I don't have a question. I just want to give the group an update on a change in processing style in Nigeria.
Okay, great.
So now they make you come to the consulate twice. Once for document verification, starting January 1st. So apparently you sit with an officer, they go through your documents, make sure everything's all right. Then 2 weeks later, you come back for the interview. So hopefully that will reduce 221Gs, right? Since they actually check first to make sure everything is.
Yeah, that sounds great. Did your wife have her interview?
Oh, no, not yet. Hopefully around March, April, if Trump doesn't slow things down. Yeah. So that's it, just to update people.
Thanks, brother. Take care.
Thanks.
We always appreciate when people share information. Thanks, Umaru. See you, buddy. All right. That's our old friend, Umaru. Oh, I'll share the link again one more time. Let's go over to TikTok, see what people want to know. Hello, brother. Have you seen the USCIS website not allowing people to apply for citizenship? No, I didn't, OF Wrigley's, because we file everything on paper. So that is something that I wouldn't know. Thank you for your guidance. How much is your retainer? Well, it depends on what kind of case it is. Usually people pay us half up front. So we don't really do retainers. We got a lot of people joined on both channels, YouTube and TikTok, and we appreciate that. Do you take VAWA cases? We do take VAWA cases. We don't handle a lot of them, but we do handle them for sure. I'm married to a U.S. citizen, and my I-130 is approved, and I have a BIA pending, filed mandamus. So what? I wonder what the BIA appeal is. My I-130 is approved. Must be for adjustment or something. I'm not sure, Jane, what that's all about. So sorry about that. B. Dyke in the house. Hello. Hello, B. Dyke. You're on mute. Oh, now you're frozen. All right. We'll come back to old B. Dyke. Eva's here. Hello, Eva. You're on mute. You're on mute, Eva.
Yes. Okay. Thank you. Hi, Jim. I wish to talk to you for a long time ago, but can I turn off the camera?
Done. You're off
Yes.
camera.
Yeah, thank you. I married to U.S. citizen 10 years ago.
Okay.
And we have a little boy together, 9 years old.
Okay.
And most of the time we live in outside of United States. So, 2 years ago, I got back to my home countries. I do not live in my home country, and he doesn't live in his U.S. also. So 2 years ago, we separate, and almost 2 years ago, and he abused me for many years because of my son. So I live with him.
I'm sorry, Eva.
So I came here. May I?
It's okay. Take your time.
I came here in May. So I saw one doctor, one lawyer, and he said I can stay here because we just separate and do not divorce yet. So he told me I can apply through I-360 for the green card. So I applied for the green card through I-360, and I got prima facie letters about 1 month ago. And 2 days ago, I found out that my ex applied for me 6 years ago for I-130 and get approved. And I didn't know what is that in the past. I didn't know what is that. I saw my name on that, so I just took a picture of that. So I came back to my photo. I saw that one. I researched a lot about this stuff and that stuff, so I know I-130 what it is. So I saw the approved letter, and my application already in the USCIS right now. And for right now, what should I do?
So when did you and are you still married to that person or you're divorced?
Yes, still married because I have still a little boy, and right now my boy stay with him because I was a housewife, and he took my boy away. If I go back to my country, I cannot take my son away, and if without his signature and everything. So now he want to take my son and do not let me see him. And one day, if he go back to US, it's no way I can see him.
Okay. So when did you and your husband get married?
2014.
Okay. And in 2016, he filed an I-130 for you that you didn't know about, right?
I-130 in 2018 and get approved and I think I get 10-year visa already. But he hid it. He hid it and didn't give it to me.
Wait, did he file for the 45 or just the I-130?
I-130. I didn't know. After that, I don't know what he filed for. He didn't. But he took on the paper and locked in at work. So I didn't know anything.
How did you find out just recently that he filed an I-130 for you?
Before like years ago, I saw on my name on I-130 and I don't know what is that. So I just took a picture of that and I keep in the photo and many photos. And so 2 days ago, I just go back to each photo. I just look at again. So
I see. You were looking at old photos, and you forgot and you had a photo of the I-130 approval notice because
right.
Okay. So, is your I-360 on file?
Yes.
And when you filed the I-360, was that before or after you remembered or saw the picture of the I-130 approval notice?
Before.
Mm-hmm. And your husband has physical custody of your son, but there hasn't been any divorce proceedings. No.
Nothing.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Are you gonna hire a divorce attorney?
Oh, I think I have to, but right now the eternity told me that is the best way to divorce after I get the green card.
Well, I don't know if that's true or not. I mean, if you have an I-360 on file, you don't need to stay married, and you need to notify them now that you didn't know about the I-130. If I were your lawyer, which I'm not, but if I were your lawyer, I would obtain the entire file from USCIS, right? So you need to do something called an FOIA. FOIA.
Yes.
It's a G. The name of the form is G-639.
ZS639. I found out that also. Thank you. Yeah, ZS639.
G639. I'm going to put it in the comments so that you can see
Yes.
it. Yeah, -639. Exactly. Okay. So if I'm you, what I'm focusing on is getting a divorce attorney, getting joint custody of my kid, or if he's abusive to you and you have documentation of that, then that should, I mean, I'm not a divorce lawyer, and I'm certainly not a divorce lawyer in whatever state you live in. So you need to find a divorce lawyer in the place that you live and focus on protecting yourself, protecting your son. If you have the 360 on file, that's all you can do. And those cases just take a really long time, so you just have to wait. But you sure don't need to stay married in order to until you get your green card. Whoever told you that was wrong.
Okay. Thank you so much.
All right, hang in there, Eva. Good luck.
Yes, thank you. Bye
Bye-bye.
bye. Thank you.
We get a surprisingly high number of abused spouse calls when we do the show at night, right? When we do the show at night. So that's telling to me that I think sometimes people, that's when they're safe or that's when they're away from the person. So I just think that's interesting. And of course, our hearts go out to Eva and we wish all the best for her and her son. Munzir, hello.
Hi there, Jim. How you doing, boss? Salam alaikum.
Walaikum salam. How are you?
Doing good. Thank you for keeping me with the best form of entertainment alive. Looking forward to stay.
Sometimes it's sad, but yeah, I got you.
It was sad 2 minutes ago. I feel for her. Wish her the best of luck. I'll dive right into it, quick and short, as you like it. Alhamdulillah, my case number is current for my diversity visa in January, and I've been scheduled for an appointment in your favorite consulate, Montreal.
Yeah.
And
before,
I have
before January 20th or after?
January 9th.
Okay.
I may have some time, but if they trigger that DS535, it's game over.
Yeah. No, I think if you get approved, you should be okay. But okay, what's the question?
Awesome. So they want police certificates, and one of my nationalities is Syria. And they say that you have to bring your police certificate if you ever lived there for 6 months at any time.
After you turn 16.
Oh, it's not at any time? It's only after 16?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, that solves the problem. Awesome. Then I don't need that one.
I mean, double check that, but that's what my understanding has always been.
Yeah, the after 16 is for the country of residence, but not the country of nationality. They say country of nationality. If you're 16 or above, you need to get a police certificate for any 6-month residence in your entire life.
Yeah.
It says at any time.
But you're saying there's a separate requirement for a police certificate just because you happen to be from that country?
Yes, so there's requirements from the country of nationality, the country of current residence, and the countries of previous residence, and each one depends on the.
So you're saying if somebody's born in the Philippines and they move when they're 3 months and they never live there, that if they want to get an immigrant visa in Indonesia where they grew up, that they have to go back and get a police certificate for the Philippines even though they never lived there?
As long as they stayed 6 months at any time, that's exactly what the website is saying, unless I misinterpreted.
Okay, send that to me. I'll look at it.
Yeah, sure, awesome.
Okay.
I'll send you. The other question is, I know someone who is also in Canada, and they got married to a U.S. citizen. They filed the I-130, went through the consular processing in Montreal. She got hit with the DS-5535, 2-year-old relationship. After 9.5 months of DS-5535, she filed for a divorce in Canada. 2 weeks after that, she gets an email from Montreal to send her passport in. Is it toast?
Is the divorce final?
It's not.
Is the relationship over?
It's on the brinks of it, most likely, yes.
Yeah, so that's tough because then that's basically it's basically a defective green card. So if she comes, she's going to be screwed, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, technically it's still approvable because the only question is whether it was a legit marriage when they entered into it. But getting an embassy to agree to that is very, very hard.
Yeah. She has evidence back to 3 years. The relationship has been going on since 2022. She has evidence, photos. She's got everything.
I hate to say it. I would probably send the divorce filing along with it because otherwise she's going to get a green card that's not worth the plastic it's printed on.
Awesome. Thanks a lot, Jim. I just want to say I gave so much thought into adjustment of status like you mentioned before, and I really want to make it work. Unfortunately, my situation is not going to allow me to go to AOS. I can only do Montreal and hope for the best. Thank you so much.
All right, keep us posted.
Will do. Have a good one. Salam.
Here. That's our man in Canada. Paulo on TikTok says, how will adjustments of status be under Trump? They're going to suck. I have an approved I-130. The embassy is closed in Haiti. No interview. Well, that's a whole different problem. You don't even need Trump to have that be a problem. You don't need to keep posting things over and over. I did file the I-130 for my wife and I opened my case. It says 3 months until the case decision is made. Yeah, that's going to be a lot longer than 3 months, probably about 14 months as of current processing times. Lisa is here. Hello, Lisa.
Hi, how are you? Can I be off camera if that's possible?
Yeah, of course.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I called you last week actually and I was telling you about my case that, let me just give you a brief. That was remanded for the I-130. They remanded it back to the USCIS in Oakland. So this weekend, my work permit was approved and they said they received the information that they requested on the 12th, and they're actively reviewing my 485, but they didn't say anything about the I-130 that was remanded.
What was it that they were reviewing?
The 485.
No, what was you said they asked for some more information on the 12th. What did they ask for?
I went in to get a stamp in my passport before, and I asked the officer why my case is taking so long. And she said she wasn't able to find anything. So all the information that BIA sent me and all the information that I had before, I asked if she could make a copy of it and put it in my file. So I guess the copy that I gave her, that's the one that they said they received because I never sent anything in. And so I think she actually sent it back to them as a second copy that was sent before.
Okay.
So they said that they received that. They approved the work permit for 5 years and said they actively reviewing my 485, but they didn't say anything about the I-30 that was remanded back to USCIS.
Well, I don't think any of this other work can be being done if they haven't reopened. It sounds to me like they've reopened the I-130.
Oh, okay.
So I think you're just waiting.
So it's 11 months. It's already been 10 months already since I.
Oh yeah, but I don't pay any attention to those processing times. They just make stuff up.
Okay, so another thing I want to ask you before I go, they did give a stamp in my passport, but they have denial and my case number. With that in there, can I travel, or it would be a problem with me traveling?
I would not travel until I have my green card with all that stuff going on.
Okay. I appreciate it, Jim. Thank you.
All right, thanks.
Bye-bye.
All right. Nestor is here. Hello, Nestor.
Hey, Captain, you remember me from last week?
How you doing, bud? How you doing?
Bud, you're not gonna believe it. They approved my advance parole for DACA.
Oh my
You
God.
told me to send it back that
Giddy
same
up.
day, man.
Yep.
I sent it back.
Okay, hold on, time out, because I'm getting ready to file 3 of these this week. We're gonna file 3 this week. How long was your case on file?
Like 4 months. Like
Yeah.
three and some
great.
change.
I mean, the way I remember it from 2016 going into 2017 is they put these way at top of the list. Hopefully they'll do that again for my clients that just hired us this week. But that's great. When are you going to go?
December 16th.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So I'm trying to go right away.
And you're going to come right back, right?
Yes. And the question is that I had an attorney for consular process.
Yeah.
But they were giving me the runaround because they've been changing their staff.
Okay.
But I want to get rid of them because I still want to continue for my path.
Sure.
For a green card, but I try to reach out to them, but I don't know how to break that linkage with them. So
Okay.
Any recommendations?
So this is a good lesson for everybody. Okay. A lot of people, especially immigrants, are intimidated by their own lawyers, right? You see it on the show all the time. People call the show once a week. They're sort of scared of their attorneys, or they don't know how to handle, or they don't know how to fire their attorneys, right? But the way to do it is you first of all, you have to document things. Calling over there is worthless. So if you think they owe you money, and if you think that they haven't done their job for you, you need to document that. So I would write a letter and I would put my name on top, Nestor, full name, my address. And then I would write a letter and it would say via US mail and email, because I'm going to mail them a copy of the letter and I'm going to email it. And then I would write them, Dear Mrs. Brown, as you know, I hired you to represent me through consular processing, and through no help of you, I was able to get my advance parole and I got approved, and I'm going on December 16th. I want my file back. I mean, you can say it nicely. Will you please send me my file back along with a refund of any unearned legal fees to me within the next 10 days, something like that. And then give them your address where you want it. I mean, to me, a digital file is fine. And listen, I get these letters sometimes. I've even helped people send these letters sometimes. It's just a matter of doing things. So a professional lawyer will look at it and they'll say, oh, I guess Nestor doesn't want us to be their lawyer anymore. They'll figure out what they owe you or what you owe them or whatever, and then they'll send it. The ones that get squirrely are the ones that try to hide and dodge. And that's why you have to keep writing letters, because you might need to be like building a case to get your money back, if that makes sense.
Oh, okay. And does it help that I already have a I-130 approved?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. Oh, man.
I'm ready. You come back and you file that 485. Yep.
The adjustment of status. Oh, man. Thank you. You motivated me to send it back.
Yeah, you're okay. Okay, good. Good luck, Nestor.
I want to get in touch with you, though, for sure.
Yeah, we're happy to help you. Yeah, for sure. See you, brother. Yep.
Yeah, thank you very much. You have a good night.
All right, let us know when you go. Be careful, okay?
Yeah, for sure. Thank you,
man. All right. Robert says, just send an email saying you're ending your relationship. If they give you pushback, tell them you will report to the bar. So, Robert, I like to send that as the second letter. Like the first letter, so what I always say is you want to turn up the temperature. So you always want to give people the opportunity to do the right thing once without being all pressurized and mean and nasty. So throwing things around like the bar, I mean, I think if you're mad at them and they're messing you up your stuff, that's one thing. But if it's just, I don't want to use you as my lawyer anymore, no reason to throw out the bar. Most people get it. So just document that you want it and go from there. Modi is here. Hi, Modi. You're on mute, brother.
Sure. I have a question.
I went to my interview for citizenship, and I was have hearing for a traffic ticket. The hearing on January 2025, and I let the officer know everything about that. And he told me we're gonna review your case, and they send me my ceremony for oath on November 25th, the next 25th. But so what should I do? I should finish this hearing or finish this ticket, or I can go once the officer understand anything about my situation.
So if you don't want to get pulled out of line, so here's the thing. You got interviewed by one officer. They might not be the officer at your oath ceremony. Most officers at oath ceremonies, when they find out you have a traffic ticket, they pull you out of line and they delay your citizenship. You wouldn't become a citizen that day. So do you have a lawyer helping you with your traffic ticket?
No,
Do you
I can plead guilty and pay the ticket. It's easy, but you advise me to do that.
Yes. Because to me, it's much more important whether, I mean, your insurance is going to go up a little bit if you get 2 points on your license, right?
Yeah.
But to me, getting my citizenship is 1,000 times more important than my traffic ticket. So I would pay it, and like I go down there tomorrow, pay it, and then when you have your oath ceremony and you go, you bring proof of the ticket and proof of payment, and then you just keep going.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Bye, Modi. See you, buddy.
Thank
Good
you.
question. I'm going to add that to the best of the week's calls. That's a good one from Modi. That's something that'll educate a lot of people. Hey, what'd you guys think about that guy coming on the show with no shirt on yesterday? I was laughing about that later. Obviously, we've had people with no shirts on before, usually laying in bed, and you know that always cracks me up when people call me up and they're like, "Hey, Jim, what's going on?" And they're laying in bed and they got no shirt on. That's always funny. But what made me laugh the most was somebody said, "Well, you already got your citizenship, so you don't even need to wear a shirt." I thought that was really funny. All right. Sal is here. Hello, Sal.
Hey Jim, how you doing?
I'm good,
Can you
bud.
hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. So Jim, I've been on your show before. Thank you for doing this. I have some questions. So I got my asylum granted, and I got my green card 4 years ago, or I should say 2020 February.
Yeah.
And you advised me to file as soon as possible when I hit that 90 days due to the election situation.
Yeah.
Well, my question is, like, today was my 90 day when I used the USCIS calculator. Should I wait one day, an extra day, just to, 1 or 2 days?
I'd say 5.
5 days?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe like apply over the weekend.
Okay. I've never left the country throughout this whole years. So
Yeah, I mean, at least a couple days, maybe Friday.
Okay. So my interview will be in, I think, my field office in Missouri. Do you think they would do my oath ceremony same day, since you have an office there?
Is it Kansas City or St. Louis?
St. Louis.
I know for sure that St. Louis does not do same-day oath ceremonies, and I'm 95% sure that Kansas City doesn't either. So I think it won't be same day.
Okay. Because I live in a small town here, like Bloomington Normal, and we don't have that much oath ceremony here. It's like every 6 or 8 months.
Right. That really sucks too. Yes, that's true. Yeah.
So it's just like not just waiting for the interview.
You'll probably wait. I mean, unless Trump slows everything down, you'll probably wait longer between the interview and the ceremony than you will between when you file and the interview, if that makes sense.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, those Southern Illinois cases always are slow.
Okay. So when I decided to apply online, I would be under the general provision, right? Which is the 5 years, I think. That's what I fall under.
Yep.
And then what evidence do I need to upload? Because the first one is just my green card. So I am single, never married, don't have any children, never left the country. The only other evidence that I upload is the selective service card, but I was not sure if I upload like tax transcript or anything else.
I think tax transcript's helpful if you have them, if you can get them, the 3 years of that. But no, I mean, basically just any kind of traffic stuff that needs to get taken care of. That's it.
Okay, so that would be all.
That's it.
Okay. One last question. Do you think if I ask the officer to do my oath ceremony in St. Louis, Missouri, have you heard of cases that they accept that, or?
I'm 99% sure they can't do that because they have to naturalize you in the district in which you live.
Okay, I see. I guess I need to move there, but yeah.
Hey, buddy.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Jim.
Good luck. This question made me laugh. Do you take complicated marriage cases? Yes, Madison. We have a ton of complicated marriage cases. I mean, all we do is immigration, and probably 25 to 30% of what we do are marriage cases, and probably a third of those are tough or complicated. Yeah, we have lots of complicated cases. All right. Rachel's been waiting. Hello, Rachel.
Hi, Jim. So I won asylum after waiting for 7 years with your office. So really, thank you.
Awesome.
So I won it in June of this year, and as per the rule, I guess I should apply for a green card after 1 year. So I have two questions today about the green card application. Okay, so I know with the current administration that is leaving, they had a rule that you could apply for green card as soon as you won the asylum. And then as long as by the time it's being adjudicated, 1 year has passed.
Right.
So should I go ahead and apply for my green card now? I mean, is that rule going to hold for the new administration that's coming in? Will they honor the old rule if I have submitted my application like immediately?
So, Rachel, since you're a client of the firm, I want you to email me and ask me this question, and I'll check your file. I want to look at all the dates and everything. We've had a real internal debate about that because the Biden team published that rule, then they sort of hid it for a while, then it sort of came back. So I would say that it's not on the most solid of ground, that rule. Like, it's really strange. Like literally I can't think of many rules that were on the website and then disappeared, right? So that in and of itself, plus I always thought that the way that they decided to interpret it was a bit of a stretch. So I don't think it'd be very hard for Trump team to knock that thing down. I think it might be harder for them if you already have it on file. That might be hard.
Okay.
But really what I would say is, well, I mean, is there a filing fee for green card holders that file for that got asylum? Is there a fee? It's lower, isn't it?
Yes, there is. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you can afford that filing fee, I would take my shot. If after I review everything with your lawyer, that we're confident in the timeline, right? So in other words, I'll probably tell you, if you want to take a chance, take a chance. Is probably what I'll say.
Okay. And if there wasn't a concern, what is usually the rule? Apply 90 days before the 1 year mark. Is that the safest? No risk?
Well, again, I would want to look at the contours of the rule because that 90-day thing doesn't always apply. I'd want to make sure that the 90-day thing applies to this 1 year interpretation by the Biden team. If that, like, I don't want to push I don't want to push too much, right? So I want to make sure we're on solid ground if we're going to go through the filing fee and all that stuff. Okay,
I'll send an email. And the second question had something related to do with that. The medical, because again, the current administration had a rule that the medical does not expire.
That'll be harder. That'll be harder for them to undo.
Okay. And then I'm just curious because I'm also waiting for my travel document. So that is going to the Nebraska, the Lincoln Center, and it's saying like it's going to take 18 months since I applied in June. Is there any way to expedite that? I mean, I'm really looking to travel outside of the country.
You know my answer to that. You gotta sue.
Yes. As in another lawsuit or oh, okay. What is the minimum time? Because like with my asylum, I'd waited 7 years, but with the travel document, I've been waiting, I mean, since June.
I'd say 1.5 years. June of last year, right?
No, this year is when I got the asylum.
Oh yeah, no, you just gotta wait. It takes about a year.
Okay. Thank you so much, Jim.
See ya. All right. I'm gonna bounce over to TikTok real quick. How are you, my hero? That's funny. Thank you, Hamo. Oops. Jim, I got my IR1 visa and moved to the US, but I did not include my 2 kids. Any fix? Oh, my brother. I have a video on this. Go look for my video on like undisclosed kids. I think that's what I called it. Or you wouldn't believe how many people go through the whole green card process and then all of a sudden remember they have kids and want to bring them here, when the government assumes that the reason you didn't name those kids is because you thought that would harm your case. And so when you then try to bring them, they decide to come after your green card or your citizenship, even if that happens. Hey, our very own road warrior Matt is out on the road. He's given a good evening to me and to all the Yardies. Big ups to all the Yardies. Boy, I forgot to mention the Yardies today. What am I thinking about? Carolina's here. Hi, Carolina.
Hi, how are you?
Great. How are you doing?
Good, thank you. So I'm an F1 student and I applied for the marriage-based green card, and I have a summer internship in 2025. My question is, should I use my C9 EAD or should I use the OPT EAD? Because I do want to continue my studies, next fall, and I'm afraid that if I use the C9 EAD, I'll be in some weird adjustment of status limbo because I'm no longer an F1.
Your spouse is a U.S. citizen?
Yeah.
It probably ultimately doesn't matter, but I would use the OPT EAD.
Just to be safe.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sounds good. All right, that was my question. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Carolina. See ya. You got it. Let me see here. Madison, Paris, our office. So usually we send out maybe 20 contracts a day, or 15 contracts a day. Today, I think we sent out 40 contracts. Our phones are ringing off the hook. It's very busy. A lot of messy cases. A lot of people who waited till the very last minute to start thinking about their immigration stuff. It seems that it took Donald Trump coming into office for some people to remember that they were out of status. I'm not sure. I don't want to judge anybody, but just got to bear with us, Madison. We'll get back to you in a day or two. And again, your best bet, if you want expedited, no pun intended, expedited responses, email us info@hackingimmigrationlaw.com. I see a lot of those emails and I sort of point them in the right direction. Nehemiah is here. Hello, Nehemiah.
Hey, can I go off camera, Jim, please?
There's a football player back in the old days.
Yeah.
He was a track star, and they decided to make him a wide receiver for the San Francisco 49ers. His name was Ronaldo Nehemiah, and I think he's one of the fastest people to ever play football.
Oh, wow, really? Okay, that's good.
Nehemiah is a name from the Bible, isn't it?
Yep, there's a prophet called Nehemiah, yep.
Yeah, awesome. All right, well, what can I do for you?
Okay, so I had a really crazy interview last week. I emailed you, and I'm supposed to send you the RFE document.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to the interview with my spouse that day, and I was the only one who was interviewed. So I told the officer about my case because I came on as a K1, and she was rather surprised that my spouse forgot the documents at home. I thought she carried the documents, so she was like, "Oh, so why did you forget the documents?"
A good question.
Yeah. So because we have been having some trouble with my wife. It's been hard even for now for the request for evidence. We have been told to show documents, sharing bills, water bills.
Time out.
Yeah.
How long has your case been pending?
My case has gone pretty fast, but because I applied in 2021, I came to the States this year on February. So I got my work permit after 3 months. So I got an interview for my I-485, yeah.
Okay, and why do you think they scheduled you for an interview on your 45? Most cases, they don't.
Yeah, because when I arrived to the United States, we had some sort of issue with my wife. She was, maybe I thought she moved on or something of the sort, and she did not tell me.
Yeah, but how do they know about
a few days?
How did they know about that?
because she was called with me when I arrived here. So I was like, we talk every day over the phone, in text, in WhatsApp. So when I came here, she had cold feet about also the marriage, but I talked to her. Then we got married. So I've been asking her, can you add me to the bills, to the lease? Like, I'll add you. Just wait, I'll add you. Then they scheduled us for an interview. We only had a joint bank account and photos at home because,
Just real quick, Nehemiah.
yeah, yes.
You know they don't believe that the reason she didn't come to the interview is because she forgot the documents. You know they don't believe that, right?
She was at the interview, but when the officer asked her, where are your documents? She said that she forgot them at home. So she was told, stay outside, let me interview the immigrant.
So she came. She came.
Yep, she came. Yep, she came. Yep.
She came, and you guys both came empty-handed.
I had my documents because, yep. But we didn't have joint documents.
Nehemiah,
Yep.
time out. Hold on.
Yeah.
I don't like the way you're framing this.
Yeah.
I don't like the way you're saying the things you're saying don't make sense.
Yes.
Like the biggest one of all, like when I go to a marriage-based green card interview and I have two people in love,
yeah,
they're hauling all kinds of shit. Like they walk down the hall like this, right?
Yeah,
and,
right. Yeah.
They sure as hell don't say,
yeah,
my documents and her documents. I brought my documents. She forgot her documents. That to me is a huge red flag.
I told her, let me carry the documents. She said, no, so it's been a crazy marriage. Yeah.
But you yourself just said,
my
documents. I had my documents.
Yeah.
That's a really strange way to put it, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yes, I understand.
What field office was this?
In Minnesota, in Bloomington, Minneapolis.
Okay, so what's the question?
So after the interview, she gave me. They sent a request for evidence.
Right.
And as I was reviewing the yes or no questions, the question which, are you subject to the public charge ground of inadmissibility? And yep,
my brother Nehemiah, that is not going to cause you any problems. You're focusing on something very, 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 very.
Okay. So
when you have a huge hole in your case.
Yeah. So yep. I emailed you back and forth over the weekend and last week. So I'll send you the request for evidence document on your email.
Okay.
So that by then you can advise what to do next.
Thank you, brother.
Okay. Thank you, Jim. Okay. Thank you so much. Okay.
You got it. Okay. What's over on TikTok? Hi, sir. I had my case moved to decision April 4th with no notice. What does that mean? It means you got to track down what's going on with your case. Hi, sir. Do you know what year it's in on U visa? I think they're on 2019. I think you should be getting a decision pretty soon. I think they're about 4 or 5 years. 5 years, I think. People keep asking the same questions over there. Debbie, hello. Hello, Debbie.
Oh, hey, Jim. How are you?
I'm good. Are you okay?
Yes. Is it okay if I am off camera?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Yeah, so
Debbie, your audio keeps dropping in and out. So I don't know if you're on headsets or something, but it's like I hear every third word.
Let me see if I can.
Debbie, I'm going to come back, okay? All right, we'll see if we can hear Debbie. Lucky Xavier, hello.
Hi, Jim.
How you doing, buddy?
Very good. I've been watching your show. I'm a new watcher.
Nice. Thanks for watching. What you got
for? Actually, can you take me off camera, please?
Done.
Yeah, thank you. Um, Long story short, when I came here on a B1, B2 visa, I applied for asylum. So I got an interview, and I get denied, and now I'm in removal proceeding. So by that time, I have my girlfriend, which is my wife now, my beautiful wife. So we get married and we get a baby. So my work permit was under the asylum. That was for 2 years. By that time, I had the TPS, so I didn't apply for a work permit under the TPS.
You did or didn't?
I didn't.
Okay.
So now my work permit is expired under the asylum, so I couldn't get it renewed. So I applied for a new one under my TPS.
Why can't you get a new one on your asylum if you have a case pending in court?
Because my lawyer told me that I'm in removal proceeding, so it's gonna take 1.5 years to have a new work permit.
I don't know if that's true.
So I get I get layoff of my job, but I had a second job. That job, it was through an agency, so they don't lay me off. I wanna ask you, is it safe for me to keep working with that expired work permit since they don't lay me off, or should I stop working? And also, I forget to tell you that I have a pending I-130.
I figured you did. So, and do you have any kind of court date coming up?
No.
Okay. So, I am an attorney and I have to follow the law, right? And so I can't tell people to not follow the law, right? So the law says that you should stop working on the second job. The law also says that if you get an approved I-130 and eventually a 485, that any work you did without permission will be forgiven because you're married to a U.S. citizen. So I can't tell you what to do. I can just tell you what the law says. The law says you're not supposed to be working. The law also says if you work, it's forgiven. So it's up to you.
Okay, thank you very much. And thank you for doing a great job for us. Thank you.
Thanks, my brother. Have a good night.
Thank you. Bye.
Yeah, bye. All right. Robert's saying, how about those Chargers? That was a good game last night, wasn't it? Wow, that was an exciting game. Robert says, show me your lightning bolt. Now, Robert, I don't know that we've talked about this, but I used to love the San Diego Chargers when I was a kid. They had Dan Fouts and Chuck Muncie and John Jefferson, and then later Junior Seau. Oh, I love the Chargers. Stan Humphries. They were a fun team. I love their colors. When I was a kid, I don't know if I ever told you guys this. When I was a kid, I used to draw logos of teams and logos of baseball teams and football teams, and the Chargers were one of my favorites. I love the blue and the yellow, so that was good stuff. I don't have a lightning bolt, but part of me says I really need to rethink my allegiance to the New York Jets because I care about them a whole lot more than they care about me. What a piece of crap organization they are. We got Natalie over on TikTok. She's an ex-Chargers fan for sure, San Diego native. Well, we love San Diego here on the show. Rebecca is here. Hello, Rebecca. You're on mute.
Hello. You can take me off camera though. It's okay.
Done.
Thank you. So, I will say my case is a little bit complicated, but not that much. I was married before to somebody who came over here. We dated. We ended up getting married. He came on a visiting visa. We did the whole adjustment of status situation. And ultimately, we were married for about 5 going to 6 years. I did his citizenship application, went to the interview.
Oh, Rebecca disappeared. That's unfortunate. Maybe she got a phone call. Let's see if Debbie got her audio working. Debbie, you there?
Yes, I'm here.
How you doing?
Okay, I'm doing good. Okay, so I filed for adjustment of status, and I got an RFE saying that my joint sponsor does not qualify. The RFE doesn't say anything about resending the petitioning sponsor's I-864. So I just need to know, when I get a new joint sponsor and respond to the RFE, does it matter if I resend my spouse's I-864?
I think 99 times out of 100 it doesn't, but I would send it anyway. And I would walk them through what happened, why you have a new co-sponsor, and say, here's, again, just to make it easy for you, here's the petitioner's affidavit of support and supporting documents, and here's the co-sponsor, the new co-sponsor.
Okay. Thank you. That was my question.
Thanks, Debbie. All right. Storm is here. Hello, Storm.
Hello, Jim. How are you?
Good, buddy. What's up?
Just a quick question. We applied my wife's green card about, I believe, almost 3 years ago. After 1 year, we received NOIT.
Okay.
And we sent everything, all the supporting documents, everything. It was a huge file, as you said.
Why were they going to deny it?
So after that, 5 months ago, she received the medical reporting. So she sent those documents. She was clean and everything's fine.
Okay.
And since then, we don't see an update on the website. The website says your case is taking longer than expected and everything. So what is the wait time and what should we do?
Okay. So in the notice of intent to deny, they are supposed to explain to you why they are thinking about denying the case. What did they ask about in the NOI?
At first, I think our lawyer didn't send any supporting document because at that time, I think she was telling us that we always expect an interview. So they just sent the what they call it, like the initial documents, like marriage certificate. That
was bad advice.
Yes, that was a bad advice, and she did a mistake. And I think that's the reason why they asked the NOIT case, because they want something supportive. Anyway, we sent everything, like almost everything. So we have a relationship like for 10 years, so we don't have any issue with that.
How long has this case been on file?
So this is, let me see what this is. So we applied I-130 March 7, 2022.
So 2.5 years.
Yes.
Was your wife out of status at the time you got married?
Out of status means
like she came on a visa, or she was still in status?
She came on a visa. She was overstayed. Yes.
Overstayed. So she was out of status. So that's number one on the fraud indicator.
Okay.
So it seems like they're suspicious. 2.5 years is a really long time. So you might need to sue them. I don't know if they're going to decide the case anytime soon.
Okay. So we should talk with our lawyer, or can it be separate?
If they know how to. We do a lot of lawsuits. I don't know if your lawyer does lawsuits, but that's something that a lot of lawyers don't know how to do. So if you need our help with that, just let me know.
Okay. So do you think this is a very long time, like 2.5 years?
Yeah. Yeah, okay. There's something. And 2.5 years plus annoyed, plus her out of status. Yeah, I would say there's something wrong.
Okay. All right. I will talk with my wife and we will contact with you.
Yep. All right. I'm going to take one more person, then I'm going to get to you, Matt. Okay, so hang tight, buddy. I see you there. FA, hello.
Hello, Jim. How are you doing?
I'm well. How are you doing?
Good. Can I please be off camera?
Done.
Yes. I just have a question. I recently received my green card based on Asylum, like in August of this year.
Great.
And I joined Army National Guard like last month.
Good for you. Thank you.
I have a question about when is the best to get married? My fiance, he's undocumented, but he came here with a visa, so he overstayed. Is it better to get married before I get my citizenship or after? I know that my unit sent what is it? I-420 or 400 and 400.
Yeah. So I would say, given what's about to come down the pike, I would wait until you get your citizenship to get married.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want you having to disclose where he's at. And on the N400, you'd have to. And if he was an overstay, we just don't know what they would do with that information. So my vote would be to wait until you get your citizenship, especially if it's going to be expedited military citizenship. I would wait until I'm sworn in, and then I'd get married.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right.
Okay, thank you. Yes.
Good luck.
Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Thank you.
You got it. Bye. All right. My man Matt is here to close us out. Man, what's up with your case?
Hey, buddy.
How you doing?
I got some news. We got travel documents today.
Nice.
So that approved. We saw that online. Don't know if that means anything. It said she got a notice that said you're working on your case, and then go check out your. She had a notification anyway. So that was on there, and now just waiting for
when did we
the green card.
January we applied.
Well, we had requests for evidence that we got in by the 30th of May because she had a hard time getting her birth certificate. I think by the 3rd of May, but we applied at the end of January.
That's what I thought. Okay. Yeah, so I bet it's pretty soon now.
Yep. I wanted to ask you a question. If since you guys are our law office, I'll just put it hypothetically. Hypothetically, if a fellow's wife got a job teaching somewhere and went through the I-9 process and all that, would they know about that? Because it seems like that would be a good thing, You
mean would it help with the marriage case? You mean?
Yeah.
Nah.
No.
Other than the fact that it would create documents demonstrating her home address, which would be the same as the petitioner, but that's it.
Okay. All right. I was just wondering about if they got notice of the I-9 that she's working and teaching at a school, and I figured.
Where are you?
I am in Roanoke, Texas right now, getting loaded up with Monster energy drinks. Yeah. I don't need them.
Well, if you get tired, go grab one.
I'm going to redeem myself on the playing the guitar because I actually play pretty good, but I was just learning that song. I want Donna to know I'm going to be coming back to redeem myself. Maybe I'll play. Well, I thought one that would be apropos. I was going to do it in the truck and play one that would be on time. Would be like The Day the Music Died. Bye, Miss American Pie.
Donna might like it if you learn some Bob Marley, though, I think.
Some Bob Marley? Okay, well, I'll throw some of that in there.
All right, see you, buddy.
I'll see you, Jim.
All right.
Thank you so much. You're awesome for doing this for all of us. This is how we met you, watching your advice and stuff. And I just can't give you a bigger pat on the back. I wish we could hug you right now.
We'll see you soon. Thanks,
Priscilla's
buddy.
watching. She's on here watching, so at home.
See you, bud. All right, everybody. On that happy note, always happy to hear from our buddy Matt when he's out and about. Tomorrow's show, I think I said Nora's making me move my shit around because of her. Tomorrow, oh my gosh, did I move it already? Yeah, I did. Tomorrow's show, 5:30 Central. 5:30 Central. Maybe Hina can join us. Hope you guys will be here with us. If you want to say thanks and leave us a quick 5-star review, reviewhackinglaw.com. If you need to get a hold of us to hire us, info@hackingimmigrationlaw.com, 314-961-8200. If you just need free resources, join us in our Immigrant Home Facebook group, subscribe to this YouTube channel, follow me on TikTok @Immigration Hacking. And if you want to get the link to the waiting room before anybody else tomorrow morning text the word show to 314-470-3300. Peace, everybody. Bye, guys. Have a good night. I'm great about that, other than trying to help people who are in a state of invasion.
I mean,